Hello, I'm Ben from Catch Pro Australia on the set of Lawn Care Skull Sessions with TBL Property Maintenance.
Hello, Ben. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Oh, you're looking all rugged up there?
I just got a flanny on.
Yeah, but you got a shirt underneath that flanny.
Yeah, but
It's becoming the season.
I don't free ball it underneath my flanny.
That's weird.
Free nip.
Don't you? I get it out. I get the chest out.
Ugh, my chest is disgusting. I got so much hair everywhere, man.
Dude, look at me. My fucking
Yeah.
beard, like, sometimes gets knotted up in my chest.
The hair on my chest is white.
Yeah, that's hot. Isn't that like Silver Fox
Is anyone
styles?
watching on YouTube?
That's granddaddy chest.
Yeah. I'm going to shave it later.
Ah, yeah.
Well, I'm going to the island for a weekend.
Can I do it for you?
No.
Fuck.
Except I might have to get Vicky to do me back.
Yeah, look, I'm at that stage where I have to ask Lou to, if she's going to help me shave my head, she's got to keep going.
Sometimes I have to ask Vicky to scratch me in certain areas if I'm itchy. I'm not flexible anymore.
Mate, I'm one of these cats that's at the stage now. It's a swapsies. I'll give you a back rub if you give me a back scratch. Too fucking fat and old to get to me fucking to
I
me
wish I was
core.
still around Rusty, eh?
Why did he used to scratch your back?
Nah, but it was like...
Did you guys do swapsies?
No, like he'd never actually do it, but like it just seemed funner asking him to do it. So...
Oh, Rusty.
Anyways, audience, apologise for, I put up a big post and we're supposed to be, rolling out with this episode and we're a week late.
Yeah.
My bad. Your bad.
My bad.
Was it your
Fuck,
bad?
who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows at this stage? One of my boys had COVID, so I had to go and bat for him. And
Was it COVID or was it too up at the pub?
No, it was actually COVID. He
Nah,
was
fuck him, I don't believe him.
He sent me his mum just got back from a cruise. Very similar
What's been doing
scenario.
passionate?
I don't know.
Like, hey, mum.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, that's a good fucking segue into our episode. But I'll just give myself a dirty little plug. Hey guys and girls out there, don't forget to go and pre-register at llee.com.au. If you don't pre-register, you're not in the run to win any door prizes. So, and they're already starting to come through. So, we've got prizes banking up from Ego, Bushranger, Skag, Stanley Black and Decker, and a few others. So fucking it's not going to be like a fucking mix master. Yeah, I don't know what is fucking.
What are they giving away? Like a merch pack?
No, fuck no. But I do have a mad merch pack from Milwaukee coming. So yeah, that one. So long story short, I know that it's Thursday today. Saturday is World Naked Gardening Day. And I put forth a competition that got shot down straight away to win some cool prizes. I won't say who shot it down, but it got shot down. It got stomped out and then set on fire again and then pissed on. Oh. So, yeah, I seem to go a bit too far with my competitions. Nothing was going in or around anyone's butthole, but, people still like, nah, that's not for us. So fair enough. Maybe someone else is filthy and they'll want to give out a prize pack.
I wonder how many people actually participate in World Naked Gardening Day.
I will be this year. I need some.
This house is not good for it. I've had houses where I was like, fuck yeah, I could be naked right now.
Yeah.
But this one's no good.
Oh, no good?
Nah, and there's like younger girls next door too.
No
They're
good?
of age.
Yeah, okay. Oh.
But it kind of...
Well, it's their fault for fucking looking.
It's my fault for being nudie.
Yeah.
So...
Fuck me
What
in
was
the
that?
rectum.
Box?
Yeah, it was just a box fell over.
Oh, okay.
If you can't tell, Ben's smushed in.
Yeah.
That box delivery that you got.
If anyone's watching on YouTube, I'm running out of room for stuff, so I'm sort of like cramped into a little corner here.
If you guys can remember how the last podcast left off, it was Ben, there's a box delivery here.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He has filled his quota.
I've
What the fuck is going on, man? Fucking box is double dropping.
So some interesting feedback from our last episode, because we sort of went round 2 on the mulch catch debate,
Yeah.
but then we sort of took it a little further and was talking about like just different mowing conditions and climates, and you know the heights come along with it and things like that. And I got to be honest, I had some awesome feedback.
Yeah.
Like instead of all of the hate, I sort of was. I mean, look, we were pretty neutral, right? Like we were sort of.
That was the main feedback I got. We were fucking.
In fact, I got
neutral.
negative feedback on being too neutral.
Oh shit! You can never win. Never win.
But I don't think that particular debate will ever die down.
Nah.
It's the same as the whippy guards on or off.
Yeah. It's one of those things. Maybe we should do a part 2 of that.
Well, see, for me, I don't even know. Is there really like?
Nah.
Like, who gives a shit? Nah. But I think,
and nobody knows
the reason
for
why,
sure.
The reason why those debates are enjoyable for me is watching the actual information pour in. So we won't get hung up on this.
Nah.
But you know, the some of the comments that come through, you're like, man, this person just doesn't actually know.
Yeah.
So some things with say mulch or catch, anyone can be right.
Yeah, of course.
But with the whippy guard thing, not everyone can be right.
Yeah.
Because there's only one reason why
But still
there's a whippy guard there.
nobody knows 100%.
It's not just Scotty doesn't know, it's fucking nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Oh, yeah. Fuck, man. You know what? Look, I'm not one for plugging other people's podcasts, but, bro, one of my favorite podcasts right now is the Lawn Hub podcast. I feel like they're very similar to us.
Fuck, we getting paid for this?
No.
We didn't get paid for nothing, eh?
Yeah. They drop the C-bomb. They talk about non-PC things. It's fantastic. It's good. I fucking binge listened. And after I binge listened, I invited them along to the expo. I know that they're saying that they're not they're not contractor driven yet, but from what they're saying in their podcast, they're going to be. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just a good listen. I hope the Lawn Shed fucking...
I haven't checked it out yet, but anybody, you know, I guess if you like our style, you might like theirs.
And, yeah, go and support the Lawn Shed. not Lawn Hub.
And also bad workwear.
And bad workwear. Fucking go and see Will Mull merch. Fucking all them peeps.
Check out all our sponsors. Whoever they are.
Oi, fucking mad plug, dude. We owe ourselves a high five for that.
Fucking do it.
Fuck yeah. It's been a wild fucking day.
Oi, buy a catch break dog.
Yeah, guess what I got to do? I got to fucking put the first hour on a brand new Turf Tiger today.
Woo-hoo.
Pretty fucking sick. It was fucking brand new 61-inch Turf Tiger with a 40 horsepower Vanguard. It's a new model too. They've done a little bit of bling here and there, a little bit extra.
Chrome or black?
No, black. Yeah.
I can't let my phone time out.
Yeah, just keep your finger on it.
Keep losing
just
the thread.
fucking rub it like a fucking you know what.
No, that's good. Look, we'll get to that Tiger Cat stuff.
Yeah. It was it's a Turf Tiger.
Turf Tiger, I'm sorry.
Fuck you.
Meow. Like Simba's first roar, eh?
Yeah. You just that was too good. Fuck.
I've seen that movie a few times.
Yeah,
I'm pissed that my kids are too old to want to watch it now.
Oh my god, I watched Kung Fu Panda with Arch the other day. He fucking loved it. So
yeah,
what else I watched?
Newish one?
No, it's not like our generation, but
no.
There's 4 of the fucking things, so we got plenty to get through. But we also watched the Mario movie because I think so he went to the dentist and they have like a little chair and they have a movie playing. So he got to watch he's 4, so his teeth are fucking immaculate. And he got to watch like 6 minutes of the Mario movie, and then that's all he wanted to talk about. And then, fucking Mario. I was like, oh, yeah, this is a good way for me to, get one of these movies across the line that the 2 lovely ladies that live in my house will never watch. So, it was good.
Good stuff. Well, I came up with a fun thought.
Yeah.
That we would have a thread on LMCA, an interactive podcast, because we love interacting with...
Yeah, we fucking love you guys.
With, the community.
And girls.
And we don't have enough of a following outside of LMCA to... Like, I wouldn't put this on my Instagram and bother because it's, it's just a bit more personable on LMCA.
Yeah, true.
It's a smaller group, and I mean, it's a big group now, but it's still a smaller group. Anyway, if you are not on there, the topic is inappropriate incidents and weird things that you have either found, heard, or encountered while mowing. Now, I know BJ has found a couple of, dildos?
Deuce dildos.
Yeah.
I found 2. I found 1 dildo and 1 cock sleeve. But it was a fucking girthy cock sleeve. You probably could have fucking, just given that a drive itself. It was a big one.
Now, just a heads up before we get too far into this episode, because
shit's about to get wild.
Look, it's definitely a looser topic, and we were fishing for this. I think we need this as a community. We need to every now and again, we let our hair down all the time, right?
Yeah.
But as a community, we just need to, you know what? Let's just talk about some fucked up shit.
Yeah, fucking.
But I'm also very conscious. I've obviously have Catch Pro Australia. You are now taking on an entrepreneur role with the LLE shows, and we don't want to turn people off our ventures.
Yeah.
I've always been very conscious of it because, I sit here and talk smack on a microphone, but,
yeah,
I also have to run a legitimate business. But look, we all have a couple of different sides to us, right?
There is, yeah. And shit happens, like, literally sometimes and figuratively speaking.
Now, in my own experience, I've never really found anything, like, too messed up. I've had some incidences, obviously with a couple of naked people here and there, and
fuck yeah, Benny, tell me about them.
yeah, well, we're certainly not going to talk about bloody Catlow again.
No.
And we've sort of run through the NOLA stuff, before.
Fucking NOLA.
But I'll tell you one thing, right, because this is common in the workplace. Vicky, my wife, she used to be a property manager, and she used to have to go and do, like, routine inspections. And she was telling me that, there was a house being rented by a bunch of, younger dudes or whatever. She let them know when they were coming in, when she was coming in to do it, and she's, let herself in and thought that no one was home, and she's walked in, and one of the dudes was just starkers on the bed, starfish.
Was he just
pretending to be asleep?
Throwing down. Oh, he was pretending?
Yeah, like he wanted to be caught by her.
Oh, no.
And the husband in me now is like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, fucking asshole.
Yeah, what a scenario that was.
That
sounds like something that's on Pornhub these days.
Oh, if it was her brother,
I'm stuck in the dryer.
Like, stop, I'll tell Mom. Fuck, the world is messed up.
Oh, my God. Yeah, fart in my eyebrows.
So, anyways, without further ado, actually, did you have anything else or we'll just add it organically as it comes along.
For it.
Tranquility landscape maintenance. Now, what I love about this too is
first of all the name that's about to come with the story.
So what I love about this is that we've got reputable businesses that are also like, you know what? I want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
So it's not just Ben from Catch Pro and, BJ from all the things that he's doing. This is from all the other reputable businesses.
So we're not the only fucking dirty buggers out there.
Throughout Australia. So I'm reading directly from the thread. I don't it's unfortunate that the very first comment says that he's not going to comment.
What did I say?
It's too inappropriate to comment, and BJ is asking to shoot that shot. Is that the Spidey? Does anyone know what a Spidey is?
Yeah, I know what a Spidey is.
Just for the audience, did you want to... I don't know if I feel 100%.
Yeah, I don't think I want to...
No, come on, BJ. This is your moment.
This is my expertise.
Can you just let everyone know what a Spidey is?
So basically you ejaculate in your hand and then flick it like you're fucking... your web slinger. I can't believe you made me say that, Daddy.
Have you ever done a Spidey?
No, fuck
Neither.
No. I mean, some of the hotels in America I fucking could have and no one would have known the difference.
So...
That's probably what
just quickly before we move on from Spidey.
Okay, we're not going to.
Is it something that you do with your wife, or something that you do on a one night stand?
I don't think so.
I couldn't do it on a one night.
I think it's something you do when you're. In a car or something like that.
I don't think I'd have to do it to my wife.
Do you?
Well, like,
No, nah. I mean, if I fucking...
I don't know how
Oh,
else
do you
I
flick
could
it
get
at them? Like,
Well, I would.
do you say...
So, okay, the first time I ever heard about a spider, right,
Here we go.
was
In a workplace?
one of my mates, and must have been someone on his football team. And I'm just going to try and, like, I know how I would say this off film, but he was doing it with someone, and they were in a doggy position. I don't know why I feel so weird being on film saying this. But
Yeah.
they're in doggy position. Obviously, he finishes up in his hand, and he goes, Spidey, on the
Oh,
back.
my God.
Yeah, on the back. It's very disrespectful, I think, to do it on a one-night stand. But if it was
Damn.
Vicky, it'd be like, Spidey.
Wow.
You know, and she'd be like, what are you doing? And I'd be like, playing cartoons.
Yeah. I just sneezed. Oh, that's fucking nasty.
All right, let's find some actual threads. Now, Andrew, and I'm going to attempt to say the last name right, and I believe it's Hamech.
You're so far off.
What? Okay, how do you pronounce it?
It's Chomits.
No, it's not.
Chomas?
Dirk was here,
Yeah.
and he pronounced it, and it's not. That's not it.
Fuck.
But Andrew, if you are listening,
I love Andrew.
I'm sorry for cooking the name.
got
But he
something
has
special
tagged.
for him.
He has tagged someone. He said, "Remember when we accidentally dug up those human ashes?"
Fuck yeah. All
That
right,
is bad.
I'm in that thread as well. I just was like, oh, fuck off. That's wild.
So goes back to say that they were working in a crew, and yeah, they're doing a gardening job, and they've accidentally.
Fuck. I've heard of people like sprinkling their ashes in like with rose bushes and shit like that and trees and for like a box of ashes. That's just asking for trouble.
I'm just trying to read back. So I think we have something from Tranquility here.
Oh.
2 or 3 years in the workforce. My friend's dad was learning the ropes at 18. He had a worker friend. We were attending a real estate order for one of the tenants. She came out with one tit hanging out.
That's something that I do.
Oh, and it says here, at the same time, we had Russ jerking off above the front door on the roof. Being funny, but also being serious. I have to admit, I was on a job, a landscape job. It was actually with Shorey. But I had my own business.
Yeah.
And the lady was certainly not young. Like, I mean, she would have had to have been approaching 50.
Yeah.
But she had fake boobies, and she came out with like, I guess like a spandex top, like it, but with no bra on, and it was black.
Uh-oh.
So I mean, I'm guessing it's spandex. Like, I don't know, maybe
Lycra, whatever the fuck it is.
maybe we should call Greggles and see if we get the actual material name. But she's come out, and as soon as the sun's hit her, this whole thing just went invisible. And I can't remember one of Shorey's workers who was real kook. He just would not leave her alone.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so
Creepy. I've had a similar experience. Right, some chick was riding in front of me, her bike, and when she stood up to go faster, the sun just hit the back. Could see her asshole through her pants. So it's just like, this is fucked.
Actually, I want to say this obviously didn't happen at work, but last weekend I went down to this equestrian club with the kids. There was a jumping event on for some pre-qualifying for the Olympics, and it wasn't like, obviously we've gotten into all the horsey stuff, and I like all the Western stuff because it's like cowboys and rodeos, and you know, this was a little bit more of the what they call an English style, like dudes in leggings and shit.
Yeah.
And like, you know, like how they have to wear a fucking blazer.
Yeah, where you really need a decent rig to fucking wear them. Like,
Oh man, like you
want to have a good slug or a good fucking prosthetic.
Anyways, there was some very attractive women there. But yeah, same thing, like this woman just was like leaning over. I don't know if she was attending to a kid or trying to do something. And yeah, I couldn't believe it. Like the leggings, mate, they just went full see-through. And
New improved.
but like,
Lorna Jane's
you
with some-
think to yourself like, oh yeah, rah rah, and then like if they're because she was wearing a G-banger, and if it's not like properly scented, you just see the button. You're like, man, I don't want to see the button. Can we see some buns?
Yeah, shit. Fucking
Anyway, it's amazing what you do see.
yeah, it's a bit crazy.
I'm just trying to filter through this thread. There's just a lot of conversations that are like not bringing up proper topics. So I'll just get BJ to take the mic for a second.
Keep going. I've commented on at least the first half. I just was in a real memey kind of day. I was just fucking throwing up memes to sort of make things.
Leon says that he once received cash for a mowing job and didn't declare it to the ATO.
Gangster.
That is not inappropriate.
That's how fucking life works.
Um,
He's skimming past Mark Ladderways.
yeah, was digging into me for not being. Oh, what? Hang on. What was he? Good podcast today. Yeah, he was digging into me for not giving Paul luck.
The fucking 1-2.
Yeah, the 1-2. But hey, man, I just say what I feel. Mitchell Robinson.
Yes.
So I had this one client a few years back who was super flirty. She paid cash, and this time she was in the shower when I was done, and she left the cash in a bag on the back doorstep. Now he
added a video.
This isn't just shit talking, right? He's got a video here. Now I can't play the video, but she's left him a little surprise in there. Actually, can I? I'm gonna play the video, right? She's left him a little surprise in the bag with the cash.
He's just.
Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, I know exactly what it was.
Okay, can you say it? Because I'm trying to get there.
Oh, so he's opened up the bag and there's a big bottle of wet stuff lube and a fucking it's a purple butt plug?
No, it's black.
Oh, it's a black one.
So, was that for him or for her?
I don't know.
Because that.
But maybe he should have just taken the whole thing.
That's not cool if it's for him.
In some cultures, it's rude not to take gifts. So maybe she's like, who is this fucking guy? I'm going to ditch him. He didn't take me lube and me butt plug offering.
I remember back on this thread where it's like, oh, fuck, what'd you do? Or, like, rah, rah. And I don't think anything ever eventuated.
Yeah, I think he just walked away.
What would you do in this situation if it was like, oh, look, I'm just taking a shower. I'll leave some cash at the front door for you. And when you arrived at the front door, you know that she's in the shower.
Yeah.
But she's also presented you with some lube and a butt plug.
I would look at
it's
it
hard for
and
us
think,
who were married.
Yeah, the scenario changes incredibly if I'm like, but the initial thought is still is that sniff it first? No, is it for me or is it for her? That would be the first question. Like, what the fuck is that for me or is that for her? And then if it was for me, like, how am I going to find this out? Do I yell through the window? And then do I just insert it in the backyard? Just
oi, Shaz, is this butt plug for me?
I'm just out there just fucking peeling back the lid on the wet stuff.
I'd never get it in there.
Oh, I don't
understand butt plugs.
I don't know what's going on with them.
But
plug.
I would assume that it would be there like, I'm in the shower. I've just cleaned up for the day. So I've washed me shrink to cat out. Now put it in me.
That's just wild, man. That's so weird.
That's wild. Like, all right, as a married man, I would be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to wank over this later. I don't know if other married men might think that.
I'd be like, fuck yeah.
But as a single
I'm
dude,
still desirable.
As a single dude, I reckon.
I'd walk away going, I still got it.
I reckon I would have like immediately got super nervous.
Yeah.
And just been like laying down in the fetal position, like, oh, what do I do?
Yeah, I would have
like
been a
Russell.
bitch about it. I would have gone and sat in the car for a bit, sweated for a bit, and then
Russell
maybe
probably would have been like, oh, fuck. And just thinking about it so much, he's like, oh, I'll just rub one out. And then that way it's easy to walk away from. Poor Rusty, though. We got to get him on.
Yeah, we got to get him on.
Anyway, that's wild.
That's probably the craziest one I saw.
Like for me,
Like, there's
22
weirder
years,
shit.
20 years of mowing.
That's
no
not
one
an
ever, no one's ever presented me with a butt plug.
That's not a mistake. That's not an accident like, oh, I went shopping. Oh, I didn't know there was a butt plug and lube in the fucking bag when I put the money in it.
Yeah. Like, I had another scenario where...
But then was it a joke? Like, did they have that kind of relationship where it's like, ha ha ha?
Ain't no joke.
But
Come on.
that's fucked.
So
That's like me leaving a fucking shit in a bag
I had another...
outside the back door.
I had another situation once. This is many, many, many years back. Like, I remember being quite young, and I was just mowing a residential place, and was a fairly, I'd say, rich lady, and I know her husband worked away, and she
Another Pornhub scenario.
was very upper class. Like, I mean, look, I always just thought, like, I thought I was probably 19 at the time, but that's a kid, right? You know, I mean, it's an adult, but it's a kid. And she just mentioned to me, like, oh, I just got to move a table upstairs. Do you mind helping me out? And I was just, yeah, no dramas. And I just noticed she had like a loose blouse on with no bra. And I don't recall like anything like necessarily coming out or anything like that. But I do remember thinking at the time, like is this like a hint? Like, does she want me? Is she trying to get me in there? And now she doesn't have a bra on. Like, what do you actually do in this situation? And literally all I did was move the table and say, all right, I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Isn't being a man fucked? Like, you panic.
It's unfair because a woman can get whoever she wants. Now, I admit that, and we don't know whether Mitchell went back with the butt plug, right? So she might have been, you know, maybe I'm wrong that they can't get, but I do think that the butt plug is coming on too strong.
Yeah. That's an intimidating move. That's like me just fucking handing someone a cock ring.
But anyway,
While it's on.
but blokes, for example, you can't come on very strong because you could call it a sleaze bag, disrespectful, rah, rah, rah. But a woman, they can just be like,
here's my butt plug.
I'm going to uncross my legs now.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you see that happen, you're like, yeah, it's on. Even though we still sit there and be like, was that for me?
Yeah. I don't know if everyone's as nervous as us, though. There'd be some suave guys out there like, I know exactly what to do in this situation.
Yeah.
Me, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I'm like, where's Vicky? Can you come pick me up?
That's like in America. When I had fucking women coming up to me like going, oh, you look like Luke Combs, and like they were like touching my face and shit and like stroking my beard. And these were like beautiful fucking like Midwestern chicks, like blonde fucking the works. And I looked at Scott, I was panicking. I was like, Scott, you have to film this. I have to send it to Lou so she knows I'm not doing anything wrong. And I was just sitting there and the video was so awkward. She's just like, oh, you look like Luke Combs. I'm like, oh, thanks. I'm just there with my beard, just like not moving, just fucking straight eye on the table across.
Thanks, Count.
Yeah, fucking no worries.
All right, Matthew Barnes says he was on the whippy one day and he's whippersnipping under a clothesline, and all of a sudden he's taken steps forward and he's got his head in a pair of granny panties, granny undies.
Could have been worse. They could have been mine.
Could have been worse. You could have been me in this situation.
Yeah.
Now, I used to mow a place for some old cobs, and the place was a fucking shithole. I used to ride on mow. It was just a standard like 600 block, and he used to have a pool that they never really filled in properly. And, you know, I used to just smash it on the clipper. Just side throw the shit everywhere.
Yeah.
His washing line was fucked. It was like half on the ground. If you touched it, it would fall down. And I'm there, I wasn't even the whippersnipper guy. But I had to, I usually had someone with me.
Yeah.
And anyway, I was on the snipper one day and exactly the same thing. I'm just hooking, doing my thing, and turn around, and I'm wearing a mask of these like sun bleached man undies, just wrapped around my whole face.
just breathing in all of his fucking ball gruff.
And I just do not trust his washing machine or the ability for them to actually be properly
Nah.
clean. And why are they sun bleached?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's fucking probably got to get the stains out of them.
Oh,
Shit stains
So-
don't always come out in the wash. That's why I always wear black undies.
that's why you just bleach them, eh?
You buy white.
Do you want to read through the thread for a bit or just...
Nah, fucking go for it. Spit
So
'em.
Daniel Smith, okay, back in New South Wales, mowing out a fish and chip through Tide Alley out the back. There was a tree that had at least 10 dolls, teddy bear baby dolls hanging by a noose from the branches. That's like that creepy, psycho kid
Yeah, fuck
hanging.
that. It was just like,
Coming for your money, Daniel.
That was so cool.
yeah.
So Tyler says that he had a semi-inappropriate scenario at
I thought he
Strata
was going to have a
Complex.
semi.
After a few run-ins, starting at 8 a.m. ongoing weeks, it ended up one day with her confronting me again out in the common yard, screaming that I was a pervert and taking pictures in her windows of her. After politely telling her where to jam it for about 4 to 5 minutes, screaming pervert, I got more political with her. She told me she was going inside to get her girlfriend to come out too. I was happy to have a second witness to her antics until she told me that her girlfriend was actually a knife and she was going to sort me out.
Oh my God.
Fast forward the next 4 or 5 mows. Why are you still going to this place?
Yeah, fucking bail. Abort.
General screaming and calling me a pervert while I was mowing and staring me down. Then one day I show up and she has the poor postman cornered. Goes into a rage when she sees me, trying to explain to the postie that I take pictures of her and I'm a pervert. Postie had a chuckle on his way out, laughing, clearly acknowledging that she's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nasty, man.
Yeah, Uniblocks is one of those places where I'm always, especially when it's the first visit.
In the projects.
Yeah, I'm always thinking, fuck, because no disrespect to Housing Commission, no fucking.
You know what's funny?
Straight away.
I was actually saying that line in my head.
Yeah.
Like, we shouldn't discriminate.
No, because my
against
mum was a full time carer. Well, was for my nan, and they lived in Housing Commission, and I used to mow her lawn, and the people that were 2 levels up, they were fucking disgusting, and I mean they were fucking dirty. Like they would throw used nappies into her yard, and I was mowing one day, and they were having a party, and all the dudes were there, and all of a sudden I just heard this. I look up
Oh, no
and
way.
this massive chick puts me to shame. Like she would have fucking gobbled me from her fucking arsehole, never mind her front hole. And she just fucking hocked a big golly at me. I was like, nah, fuck this, and just threw some abuse, and yeah. It was, and then I got someone else to mow my mum's lawn from then on.
Yeah.
I was not going back. I was like, fuck that, mum, make sure your doors are locked. The people upstairs are fucked.
Actually, that reminds me. Now, I was probably hoping for a little bit more sort of spicy content.
Yeah, me too.
But whatever, maybe it doesn't happen that often. But I may have told this story before, but I went to a lawn with one of my regulars. It was a half-acre job, and I picked it up as a weekly mow. And we were doing it pretty cheap, but weekly it was good. We could just swing in. The whippy dude barely had to do anything.
Yeah.
Half acre's easy to smash out to 0. I fucking rocked up there, and there was 4 dudes 6 foot deep in the yard, in a fucking hole. And not just if you think of a coffin size hole, this would have been 4 times the size.
So
maybe
it's
as long as a coffin, so 6 foot.
So it's
long.
not something you would want to dig by hand.
But I think they did dig it by hand. Anyways, I kind of was because they didn't look like contractors. I was like, g'day, just here to mow the lawn. And one of them just kind of barely acknowledges me and was like, really? Are ya? And I'm thinking nah, man, I'm gammon, eh? And I just fucking left. And I'm pretty sure they were digging up a whole shit ton of drugs and money.
Oh, really?
The whole place got raided after that.
No way.
And
Really? Are
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, like
and especially like
it
you
was
would have been
just
young then.
Like I just knew straight away. Like if I take one more step here, I'm fucking toast.
Yeah.
Like I thought I was going in the hole.
Fuck.
But like he kind of just
Yeah, it was pre-dug. I
yeah.
could fit more in here too.
But like it was fucking scary, man.
Would have been fucking sketch.
Helen has a comment here. I was asked to mow a long lawn as the owners were Chinese. They went back to China for a holiday. COVID hit and they weren't able to return. When I went back to the property, to quote first, it was one of those far out jobs. On the front doorstep was Uber Eats. I thought it'd probably been delivered. I went to grab the stuff and go through the house out to the back shed. And this yard, by the way, is like full crazy, like, long grass, everything. So she's banging on the door because it seemed like people were in there. And she wasn't stepping into the house. Anyways, eventually she's kind of like swung a curtain open and being like, hello. And there's full squatters in there.
Fuck.
So she legs it out and called the police. And anyway, the police came and arrested people for no joke squatting in there. So
Fuck.
I know if it was me and like I was in that sort of where I sort of, if I'd met the people before and I knew that they were away and I could hear anything going on, I feel like I probably wouldn't have gone and checked.
Yeah.
But then what sort of squatters get Uber Eats?
They're not paying fucking rent.
Yeah,
They got
I know,
heaps
but
of
like
bank.
if you're a squatter and you're like, fuck yeah, let's I mean they probably weren't squatters, they're probably just fucking druggos.
Yeah.
And they had the munchies.
I think squatters are more like just average people that are just squatting in someone's home is more likely to be able to afford fucking.
Squatters are not average people. They're just fucking bums.
But that's a thing, especially in the US. It's actually a thing where people look for deceased estates with no relatives. And I think it's if you maintain the property for something like 11 years, that property automatically transfers into your name.
This is just all bullshit.
It's
They
crazy.
just need to fucking...
If you don't own it, fucking get out.
It's just like... Yeah, I don't know. Some of these rules... Like, I've been told the vacant... I got a 1 acre lot next door that I mow. It's a council lot, flood mitigation, I own it. And I've been told, like, oh, if you mow that long enough, that becomes yours.
Really?
Yeah.
Just keep mowing. Just keep mowing.
But, like, how ridiculous does it sound?
I don't know. It fucking kind of works in your favour.
Yeah, but let's say it does, right? So, like, I consider myself an honest person. So,
Yeah.
let's say it does. And council comes around and they're like, hey, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, you know, build a shed on there or you do something, right? And you present them with, well, I'll have you know that I've been maintaining this block for however long. So now it's fucking mine.
Get off my land.
But you have to look inside yourself and say, have I done the right thing here? And it's not right, is it?
Yeah. It's playing the game by loopholes.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Dion, had an elderly lady come out whilst I was hedging and she thought it would be a good idea to start help weeding. Bent over straight-legged.
Oh, fuck.
As I turned around, the wind picked up her dress. Up over her head, there was all of her breakfast
Fuck.
showing. The whole hog. Fuck me.
Is that what he said or her?
No, that's what he...
Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah, well, that would have been cool. Oh, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, fucking.
I just walked off to the car to pretend to get a drink, came back a few minutes later, and she had gone back inside. Thank fuck.
Man.
That is...
Yeah, that's a retirement village thing.
Oh, are you talking about backwards meat? Yeah. Nappy?
Yeah, what about you and your fucking nappy adventures? Where you got fucking piss fingers?
Oh, nah, it was an instant gag reflex. Well, I was just trying to do a nice thing, and I knew I was holding a bag of nappies. Everything was cool. But when the bag broke, and then, like...
It's a long walk, too.
As soon as, like... I can't remember exactly. I remember retelling this story, but the bag... Everything was cool. The bag felt a little warm.
Oh, they were fresh.
But just as soon as it fell on the concrete and as soon as I could visually see it, I was just gone. I was out of control dry reaching. and I think it was DJ or someone. It wasn't Rusty. I remember it wasn't Rusty.
Oh, I'd been
and
fucking
I'm like, can you help me? I just couldn't. I don't, like I said, I don't even know if they were actually used, but just seeing an open nappy.
Yeah, it's never a good sign if it's in the bin.
Mark says, nothing as funny as the above stories, but I was talking to one of my elderly clients when I finished up a job and she ripped off the loudest fart ever. She said, I got to ease up the coleslaw and kept talking like nothing had ever happened.
And fuck me, does it happen?
But you know what? I worked at Genoa Gardens briefly. I had a business. And
That's like
I
a
worked
proper.
there.
So the where I live, where I work is like more of a lifestyle, like an aged lifestyle village.
Nah, so yeah, where you guys are is it's a retirement village.
Yeah,
like you can't.
It's not like a care facility.
Yeah, you can't live there if you need anything other than low care.
Yeah,
Where this was, it was it actually had a whole section of that, but then it also had the service departments where you basically it's just a hospital bed and a little you know. Anyways, we weren't really like we didn't really have to because we did the gardens.
Yeah.
So we weren't really around that unless on rain days what we had to do was we had to go in and clean the ceiling fans and things like that for these people. And they had a dementia ward there and everything. Like it was full on. But anyways, the dude that ran the place, he was an elderly man himself.
Oh.
And very religious Christian, like it's called Bethany Christian Care. And that's irrelevant in the story, but he was a very respectful man. Yeah. But fuck me, he could drop a bomb, man, and just not even acknowledge it.
He probably
He's sitting in his office talking to him, man, he's a fucking, just... No, that is not...
Like, I don't even have a bigger fart on here.
No, this was like one of those, like, just over-dramatized American movie farts. Like, just sitting there, just fucking like, and I'm like, how can you continue this conversation without mentioning something?
Yeah, don't you want to have a fucking chat about what just happened?
Like, sorry, man, I just shit my fucking hole.
Sorry, man,
like,
you might want to...
What it sounded like was he had a prolapsed asshole.
And it had lips behind.
Yeah, that's what it just seemed like, or like fucking mega hemorrhoids, and they just like
just clapping together.
Yeah, like the gongs, gong gong gong. Anyway, this dude, man, he
what a good dude.
He had no shame.
How good is that though? Like that just spices up the whole day.
Mandy says an older couple forgot their scheduled mowing day. When turned up, hubby snipped the front while I started mowing. He heads out the back after opening the gate to see the pair running inside butt naked. I would love that.
Imagine seeing like two old wrinkly bums just running into a house.
So
it's nice to think. I wonder how old they were. They're still fucking.
Well, I mean, you say elderly couple. I mean, you gotta
still shagging in their fucking late 70s.
Elderly, it just says older. But the rest of the story goes on to say that they like to sunbake naked, and I do have a naked sunbaking story.
Oh, do you?
So it wasn't work, but when we were younger, so we've got a mate that has just a huge cock.
Oh yeah, it's massive,
and
it's fucking so big.
It's like a sausage roll, man.
It's bigger than a sausage roll. It's fucked.
Anyways,
I swear in the Bible it says all men were created equal.
Oh nah, man.
And they fucking skipped over him.
Not even So it's so big that his foreskin can't even contain it. His foreskin doesn't even work anymore. He's so hung that he circumcised himself with his own cock. Anyways, all right. But his old man used to like sunbaking naked.
Like father, like son?
And like, you know, us kids, we were always running around, loader, rah, rah. And we used to play slingshots, do all this stuff. And me and another childhood friend, we've just like peeped over the fence because we thought our mate was like hiding in there. And all we see is just our mate's naked dad, full passed out, man, like just Had no idea we were there. And because he was tanning so much, he just had like this black log. And then we used to just always call it the poo stick. Because that's just what it just reminded me of a log, like a shit.
Oh, this story just makes me think of all the times that I was naked around him, like when we were at that fucking Bucks night and we both went swimming. And, and we got out of the fucking pool and it was fucking like, I looked across and just saw him his dick was still in the pool when he completely got out. Can I
retell the story?
Yeah.
So we're at a Bucks party at a backpackers at Noosa. So if anyone is in the area, I can't remember what the name of it is.
Nomads,
yeah.
The only reason it was so good though is because there was a festival. And that was where everybody was staying.
Yeah, so if anyone ever has the chance you're in the Noosa area, I would stay there.
Yeah.
Anyways, we were there at a Bucks, and the night was wrapping up, and BJ and a mate of mine with the slug have taken their clothes off, jumped in the pool, and everyone's laughing, having a great time, and the security comes down, and they're like, "Wait, get out of there!" And like they're all like real serious. And here comes BJA, like, all right, and just flashes the fucking ass. And they're like, fuck it, get back in. And it just turned into, didn't you start chasing the security around? They're like, no, fuck it, we don't care anymore.
Yeah, fucking hell.
BJ and my other mate are butt naked, like, and the security walks up like, these are huge, big dudes. Like, we're going to fucking wrestle these dudes out, eh? And they just hop out butt naked, like, come and get us.
I think the best bit was like, fucking old mates jumped out beside me and it was just like fatty and skinny.
Yeah, did they acknowledge it? Were they just like, holy shit?
No, they probably just felt bad for me standing next to him. They're like, oh, this poor guy.
So realistically, you and me actually have better stories just in our personal life.
Yeah.
Rather than mowing.
Yeah.
Jola says, I had an elderly gent come out and talk to me one time while I was snipping, wearing just a shirt. Wang out, blowing in the breeze.
No way.
Old dude wasn't shy. Another time recently, had a different guy, fully clothed, just pass out while I was talking to him.
Fuck.
Just managed to grab him before he face planted the concrete. That scared the crap out of me.
That would have been scary.
The first story was funnier.
Yeah. I had to pick up, so one of my clients back in the day was a very, very well-known AFL player, and he got in a bad way with alcohol, and fucking one day I went there and I just mowed his lawn every week on fucking, it was a beautiful place, and I just see these legs. I was like, what the fuck? And I just went in, I was like, knocked on the door, I was like, oi, are you all right? And I hear this, and I'm fucking like, can I come in? He's like, yeah, help me up. I was like, fuck. So I've walked in, there's a bottle on the floor. He's fucking passed out in front of his couch, all fucked up.
You check his pockets?
Nah. He was a good egg, that guy, but geez, he had some bad habits.
Sorry, I'm just reading through. That's why we had some dead air.
Yeah, fucking give me manja.
Simon Turtle.
Oh, Turtle.
Turtle comes to the party. In my younger days during my apprenticeship, he used to do some shopping centres and commercial sites. At one of the shopping centres, I found a black duffel bag in a garden bed containing adult DVDs, magazines, and some sex toys. That's a weird... Do you reckon someone, like...
Do you think he kept it?
Well, see, I didn't write back to any of this stuff because... I wanted to read it organically, but realistically,
if I know Turtle, he gave it to someone else.
Yeah, he's a good bloke.
He's a good bloke. He wouldn't have been like, oh, I'm going to take these fucking.
He wouldn't have taken it back down to the sewer and been like, Splinter, fucking do some of this on me.
Fuck. Oh man.
But I'm trying to think of a situation where someone would have been like, fuck, I've got all these sex toys and all this shit, and I need to get rid of it. I just take it to the shopping centre.
Well, someone
what's
threw a fucking shopping bag full of ice pipes at my house once. Like, they must have been in a bit of a chase or they were about to get busted and they threw it and it was like in my front yard, but where I parked my car, it hit my fucking car and just shattered all these ice pipes. And I remember opening it up going, what the fuck is it? I thought they were all bongs, but then there was like all this sweet puff written on the side, and I was like, oh, I'm going to Google it. They're fucking ice pipes. I was like, oh, yuck.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's
we
just
moved.
walking aids, eh?
Yeah, we just moved out of there. We just moved out of there real quick.
Actually, something strange that's happening to us over at the horse paddock is we're finding bags of dead birds. Like someone's just like shooting or killing.
Like shopping bags or like duffel bags?
Nah, they're bigger bags, yeah.
What?
And like the kids are like going on little trail rides and that, and they're like, "Oh, what's that?"
Oh, open it up. Oh, well, that's the start of
And
it.
because I'm the only dad around there that does anything, I was the one who had to go and fucking pick up the bag of dead birds and chuck them in the bin. But yeah, some cunts just heaving past, driving past, and just be like, "Yeah, I'll just throw me birds there."
Speaking of dead birds, I had that brand new turf tiger, and I accidentally.
You know what happens to people who fuck with birds in this
No,
community?
I accidentally.
You're gonna be shot
No,
down.
it was dead. It
Okay.
was like fully fucking dead.
Did you hit it?
Yeah.
The bird?
No.
Okay.
It was dry. It was like completely dusty, musty, and crusty.
Hmm.
So I gave it back to the earth.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Help it decompose.
Yeah, it was time. I've driven past it like for the last fucking 2 months. So
You're like, fuck it, I'm gonna finally hit it.
yeah, it's time.
Oh boy. Sean Lawson said, I was working for my old boss when I walked into the yard to start the push mower. I'd only been mowing for about 10 minutes when I heard a loud argument start with a neighbour of the unit. I'm just not going to, yeah. Can you say Murray? The neighbour was a Murray?
I can't.
Why can't you say it?
I don't know.
Is it racist?
I don't know.
Anyways, this is live, so I kind of said it.
Yeah.
But I am just reading this. Was upset about the noise and yelling at my boss. My boss was yelling back at him, and I could tell the situation was escalating. I walked out to see what was happening and saw the neighbour swinging a digging fork at my boss. He was trying to hit him over the fence, but he lost the grip on the fork and hit me instead. The two prongs of the fork went into the side of my thigh, and I immediately felt a sharp pain. The neighbour ran away as soon as he realised what happened. Old boss still laughs at me when we see each other. Damn.
Whoa.
That's like assault.
Whoa. That's fucking grievous bodily harm. That's fucking crazy.
I've had more situations like that than anything.
The fucking truck driver.
I had the truck driver.
Hit me, you cunt. You fucking antagonistic prick.
No.
You were just, yeah, bro. You wanted him. Fuck, that would have made some good
Should we
content.
set the ground for everyone so that everyone can understand what was happening?
All right, fucking give it to us.
So I'm at a full industrial park, right? Like no residential in sight. This whole place is filled with factories. And when I had my kids, it was my job to, like, I'd wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I'd feed the twins their bottle and I'd get going. And it was a way for me to take the pressure off Vicky, and I would get to this factory at, like 5:30 or 5 or...
Yeah.
It felt a lot early. I think it was a lot early that I used to get there. Anyways...
It was daylight anyway.
This particular time was fucking 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
When this incident happened. But I'm there fucking hedging away. No battery equipment back then. So
Yeah.
fucking the Shinday was fucking... That's too soft. Anyways, I could hear some cunt fucking yelling at me through the fence, and I just put down my machine and I said, "Oh, what's happening?" He goes, "Fuck you, you cunt, you're fucking revving this fucking thing, rah rah." And my very first thing that I said to him was, "Who the fuck are you? Get fucked." So then he starts. Now I'm inside the yard, so it's like a 8-foot barbed wire fence. I see him start walking over to my rig. And I was like, nah, no way, cunt. So I've come out, instantly got my phone out. So I got a video of this.
It's a good one.
I've never posted it because I was always a little bit embarrassed about my
It's in LMCA. I reckon it's in LMCA.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
I'm going over for it.
Anyways, so I've got him on video and I say to him, like, what's your actual problem? He goes, I'm sitting here trying to sleep in my truck and you're revving the cunt. That's what he come back to me as. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? This is not a fucking truck stop. You're on the fucking side of a road. You're in an industrial estate. Anyway, we go back and forth, and I can tell I'm getting under his skin. And he goes, I'm going to fucking take that camera off you, rah, rah, rah. And I said, come and fucking take it then. And this fat little cunt gets out. And I'm not a violent person, so like I was actually then in a situation where like I was balking him and he fully took the bait.
Yeah.
And he's just marching towards me, and I'm like not really backing up, but then starting to back up, and he starts swinging at me, and he actually hits my hat off my head. And eventually, like, I think a car actually drives past us and fully swerves around us. We're in the middle of the road.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, essentially, I didn't hit him. But like, I didn't really know. Like, he wanted to go me, and I said I got my phone in my hand. He goes, "Put the phone down and let's go." But he would have been like, he would have definitely regretted that situation.
Yeah.
Like, I'm no tough guy, but I could have taken this dude like whenever I wanted to.
He was like a little chubby dude.
Yeah, it's just like this little chubby dude that was just no
Half
threat to
asleep.
me. And I was happy to abuse him because he was way out of line.
Yeah.
But I didn't, like I sent it to some mates and they're like, "Oh, you should have flogged that cunt. You should have fucked him up, rah, rah." But I just didn't want,
No.
it's not,
I think
it's not in my nature.
I think you made his day already.
Oh man, he,
You could just see the veins just jumping
he
out of
was
his
wild,
forehead.
eh?
Yeah.
Humongous.
Ooh.
Had one job where a lady was house sitting for my customers. She was wearing these micro shorts, high crop top with the twins nearly falling out. She was flirty as anything kept pushing me for me to come inside and relax and keep chatting. Wow.
Oh, and Hugh's a fucking handsome man.
But the catch was she had a head like a beaten meth addict. So it was much easier to keep declining.
If Hugh was mowing my lawn, I'd try and entice him in me little short shorts and me crop top too.
Defo would have gone if I wasn't married. The body was tops.
Isn't that always the way? That's like me. I've got a great body, but a rotten
But the
head.
meth head it ruins it.
Yeah.
Like, just with the teeth and, like, the sunken chin. Yeah.
Sunken eyes.
Like, I like my what you got.
Oh, bad decisions. Oh, you taste like bad decisions.
Oh, you got a durry bush?
Oh, that's like
I'll take your dick for one.
yeah. Well, fucking, we were doing a block clear in Birkdale, and it's right near my mother and father-in-law's, and this chick rocked up on a push bike. She would have weighed about 26 kilos, and she was about 5'6". So she was like proper, just clothes hanging off. And she said to Will, because I was over in the distance, and I turned my machine off. I watched the whole scenario because I knew, because Will is such a lovely dude. I knew that he was going to get taken by this lady. And he's just come up to me and goes, "Did you see where she was drinking from?" She was drinking from like industrial water. Because she was like, "Is this all right? Do you reckon I could drink this?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't think so." And she's like, "Yeah, it'll be fine." Answered her own fucking question. Turn the lever on the thing, and she's there drinking this fucking dirty water, and then she starts washing with it. And because she wasn't wearing a bra, and she's hosing down her shirt, and her fucking little tit fell out. And I was like, "Well, welcome to the game.
Yeah, because
Welcome to Birkdale, mate."
the meth actually gets the tits too. Like, you get, like,
Everything gets everything gets taken away.
yeah, you get meth face and meth tits. They just become like a little pair of sausage boobs. You can imagine just like two little sausages, eh?
Oh shit!
Oh, fuck.
This is a fucking.
What's the part of the nipple? Is it the areola?
Yeah.
Where it just turns
That's like where they tie the sausage.
where it just turns brown as fuck from just no good nutrients. Just looks like someone's coloured it in with a little brown pen.
Fuck, this episode was a bad idea.
All right, Bo Hawkins had a young fella working with me, and the first tits he ever saw was on a 74-year-old lady.
Oh no! First hits I ever saw were amazing. They were fakies, and it was a stripper that lived across the road from me, and she flashed her friend. And this was when I was walking home from school one day, and I was just like, oh, like literally like this young fella just seeing first pair of these immaculate fake breasts, and then.
But do you really think fake breasts are that? I mean, look,
No. When I was that age,
immaculate.
I don't like them now. They're not my fave, at all. But yeah, then her friend was like, oh, you slut. And she was with her mum. And then she pulled her shirt down. And she had the worst boobs I've ever seen. It was like yin and yang across the street. I was like, ugh.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I might just get you. Do you mind hopping up and closing that door?
Yeah.
I think I just heard that Vicky and the girls are home.
That's a good idea to
But I don't know how much that door is really going to help, but some of this stuff Vicky doesn't know about.
Some of this is going to get wild. What have we gone through? Like 3?
Oh, this is rank, man. Mark says a bucket of human shit chucked all over a poor lady by the building manager.
What?
That is so nasty.
What?
I mean, that's inappropriate, but that's not the type of inappropriate that I want to hear about.
Yeah, me neither. I can't wank over that.
Have you ever had human shit thrown on you?
Not thrown on me. I've stood in it. There was a...
I've had some on me before.
Yeah, I used to do a job and...
One of my mates did it to me.
One of my mates when I was in like grade 7 tried to piss on me. And he did.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to say try. He pissed on
I've
me.
been pissed on before.
Have you?
Dude, one night... remember Dane? Remember...
Yep.
Yeah. He's passed away now. He got caught up in drugs and committed suicide and that. But when we were childhood friends, he was just a psycho.
Yeah.
And we were... Where he lived... There was like this houseboat out the back of this, just a creek that we used to swim in. And we're all out there one night, bloody sinking VB throwdowns.
Yeah.
We were like 14 or something. And you could jump off the roof into the creek. And there was a pretty big ladder. And sorry, I bumped the mic. So I'm climbing up the ladder. And all I do is look up and I just see a stream. And he's just pissing all over my face.
Oh. You literally have been involved in a golden shower.
Yeah, like...
Did you open up your mouth?
No, well, look...
Did you taste it?
I don't remember all the details. The only reason I remember being, like, so cool with telling the story is because I was able to jump into, like, a body of water and, like...
Just wash it off. Like it was salt water. Would have made me feel better than...
Whereas, I think I went to a buck... Actually, it was the same buck. I just went to the toilet and like, I wasn't even flogged yet. Everyone was flogged.
Oh, it was fucked.
I've gone into a cubicle, just started taking a piss, and then next thing I could feel some wet in my shoes. And one of the boys was just pissing straight under the cubicle into my shoe. And we were in a public spot. We weren't at that hostel yet. So I've had to walk around with piss shoes for like 3 hours.
Oh, man.
Boys are gross, eh?
Oh, yeah. I think more than one person pissed the bed that night. I don't even remember a lot of it. Yeah. I didn't sleep.
Well, I didn't really sleep
for reasons that we won't talk about.
But seven dudes in their early 30s cramped into one room. Like we were still in our 20s
then.
You reckon?
That's how long ago it was. Yeah.
I'm 38 now.
Yeah, it was more than 8 years ago.
You reckon?
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I was fucking all over it. Yeah. I was fucking...
I had kids.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah. Well, my kids are only 11.
Yeah, I still reckon I I must have been late 20s. But fuck, I put in a good effort that night. That night was the craziest night. So that night, a chick just got fucking butt naked in front of me.
In front of me?
In front of all of us. She was from Canada.
She's a feminist.
Yeah, and she had like a full...
And she was like raging about it. She's like...
Yeah, check out me flaps. Yeah, I was like, oh shit, man.
What I was confused about was she got nude, right?
Yeah.
And so all the dudes around were like, fuck yeah, naturally. And she's like, no, fuck you. This is my female body. And and I'm like,
I was like,
I think I know.
And me, because I was well and truly fucked by that time. So I was just standing around just like having a ciggy.
Well, I was actually getting ready to head back in. And I was like, oh man, I can't go now. So I actually just went and she was standing on the table. I actually went and just took a seat next to her on the picnic table.
It was so fucking weird,
because she was standing up, I was just at
Yeah.
I was just inspecting.
Yeah, I wasn't. I don't even remember.
Feminists have the same vaginas as... I was just inspecting it. It was an innie, so it was all right.
Yeah, you can say
okay, I got a lifetime work cover client that's... what the hell is up with... Can I say that word?
No. I don't even know what word it is. Nah, can't say that word.
Okay, I'm not going to say it. Let's just say she's a lesbian.
Yeah.
We could say lesbian.
Yeah, of course you can.
In her 60s, every time I go to a property, she comes out in a t-shirt and G-string. Her partner comes out in just a bra and a G-string. First time I did the property, I thought it must have been an accident. 3 times later, I was like, wow, that's pretty awesome. But in their 60s...
I'm still down for that.
I remember...
I think for confidence, they get a 10 out of 10. Let's be real.
Yeah, you can easily give them an A for effort.
Yeah. And then if that's the way they're cruising around during the day with the mower guy, imagine what's going on when the fucking door closes. I mean,
there'd be lots of trimming.
Yeah, Trib Central.
Yeah, well, Brownie from Brownie's Coast Watch, his missus used to come, not in a G-banger, she used to come out in her undies and a t-shirt. And
Jesus.
she was a bit older.
Imagine if I fucking did that, I'd get arrested. I'd be on Channel 10.
But see, that's what I'm saying, right? If you're a male contractor, you go in and a woman comes out half-dressed, it's mad.
Yeah.
And we appreciate it. It doesn't even matter if you're a meth head or 70 or whatever.
It's all about the stories.
If you're a female contractor and a bloke walked out in a G-string, that's assault.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fucking especially if it's me and a G-string.
Or if it's me, like the bull rat one.
Oh yeah.
Is it bull rat?
Ah, very nice.
Yeah.
I've got a mankini. It doesn't hold everything in, so I can't. I can't. Like it just.
You don't really have one.
Yeah, I do. I put a photo up on LMCA.
Of you wearing it?
No.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. I'm saying you don't have one until you do that.
No, like it literally looks like a trapped stingray. Like the balls don't fit. Well, the
Fucking
balls
Prez
do.
Madley.
The bag doesn't.
Sorry, I'm zoned out, but I did just acknowledge you said bag.
Yeah.
Bag. Is there someone in here called Norbert?
Oh, I've never seen Norbert comment before.
Norbert.
But he says he's a top contributor.
Norbert Prendergast.
Okay.
I wonder what nationality Norbert is.
Don't know.
Would you like to guess? Just a little fun thing between you and me. I'm going to say Czechoslovakia.
I was just about to say Czechoslovakia.
Come on.
I'm not even joking.
All right. Norbert, if you're out there listening,
Tell us.
tell us.
Maybe it's Swedish. I'll go Swedish.
Okay. I do a ladies' edges only, and one time I was doing them, she decided to mow, as it was her late husband's pride and joy. She's 87, and 5 foot tall, 4 foot wide, sloping block, middle of summer. The looks I got were priceless.
Oh,
Norbert.
fuck. So I had a customer. I had to get rid of him. He was a lovely old fella.
Give
Very
you backhand tigglers.
nah, not that lovely. He was a bit fucked up, and he cruised around a scooter. Mogul man, money, big money. Lived on Stanley Road on
Yep.
the way into the city. Anyway, he would fucking watch us working all the time. He had all these. Fuck, I just saw the photo that popped up. He's got all
What is
these.
that?
It's
Is that a torso with tits in it?
yeah, and a massive cock. Yeah. So
What?
this
We're going to
dude.
talk about this photo.
Yeah, we will. But this dude, he would fucking never not watch us. Like he would sit at his garage.
Hate that.
And I said to him, I was like, look, man, like you have palm trees with fucking palm nuts everywhere. I really think you should cruise inside. He's like, no, it's all right. I don't care if something hit me. Fuck me dead. We hit him. We fucking hit him so good. He's fucking bleeding all over the place because he's old as fuck and his skin's like jelly. And it's right on the shoulder. It looked like a fucking gunshot. I fucking nailed him with a fucking bean, like a nut from a palm tree. And he's just like, oh, I better go and see my wife. I'm like, fuck, don't tell her that we did it.
Well, let me tell you about my story.
Oh, God.
So I used to do this. It's a house. It's a historic house in Wynnum that got all built into little flats. And
Oh, I know the one.
Yeah, the blue one.
Yeah.
It used to be blue. And anyways, it was some sort of low housing. I don't know if it was housing commission. There was a bunch of bums that lived there, but they were pretty cool.
Yeah.
And there was an elderly couple that lived downstairs, and this particular place had like a little landing off the back door, and they just had a couch out there, and they like, just sit out there because beautiful waterfront views.
Yeah.
So anyway, like I had been mowing at this place for a long time, and when they moved in, I just noticed like they wouldn't go inside, and I'm sitting there trying to snip, and I'm trying to do an upright edge, and the whole landing is only like it's enough to fit a couch on, but this old dude, I think the wife would go in, the old dude would stay there, but he just cracked me up. Like, he had a big beard like yours. He had a rollie on his lip like mine, but it was like half the size, so it was like almost singeing his hair.
Burning him.
And he'd always have a toolie, like a VV toolie.
Maybe
no
it was my
shoes.
dad.
Hey?
Maybe it was my dad. If you see him, tell him to come home.
Fucking hell. Anyways, this dude's toenails are literally like a couple of centimeters were from where I'm doing the edge. And I'm snipping, and I'm like, "Oh, are you gonna move?" And he's like, "She'll be right, son." And I'm thinking, if I make one fucking move here, all of your toes are gone. Like,
How long were his toenails? Just completely unmanicured and out of control.
I'm just saying, but like his
Like
feet,
Velociraptor?
His feet are right on the edge of where I'm snipping. Like, it was like, yeah, he just
Your cord's out
he's just
like an inch or two too long, and it just starts wandering towards him.
Oh man, like if you had one little hiccup there.
Is that a dominance thing?
Well,
Fuck you, kid.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, is he because like if I want, I can fucking end his walking career right now.
It's like,
Like one little slip and you would not be so tough. Eh? You'd be fucking
fuck.
screaming like a little bitch. Anyways, Luke Porter sends in a photo, and is it a bit blurry, the photo?
It is. I don't know why. I think
He's
maybe.
had Spidey on the...
Yeah. Maybe he had a bit of juice on the back of the camera.
Okay, so it's a torso with a stiff penis
It's so stiff.
and a pair of boobs.
Yeah.
But what do you do? Like, I don't understand it. Like, what do you do? Okay, if you're a woman, you could take advantage of this torso.
Yeah.
But what do you do with the tits if you're a woman?
Just fucking lean on him, I guess.
And if you're a man, you can't do nothing with this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
you know it's
if
got
you're a straight man, you can't do much with it.
You know it's got a back door.
Oh, boy. All right, Sam Gunn.
We had to skip past that one or I was just going to get fucked up.
Well, I'm just still trying to figure out, like I'm trying to figure out what I can
Maybe as a
understand.
man,
Look,
you could
I can
hold onto the
understand-
dick as like a handle and just like ram it on.
I can understand, like, the things that you could do to it, okay? But I don't understand what the point of, like, a tranny torso is.
I
it's
have
got-
no idea.
Like, is that what it's coming to now? We have transgender torso sex toys?
I think they've always been around.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm too nervous to go into sex shops. If I'm going to buy something, I'm going to go.
Can I tell the story quickly?
Of course you can. That's what this place is all about.
Okay,
Telling
so-
stories.
This is just one of those stories where people are probably going to call bullshit because it's a very, like, it just is like one of these it's one of these scenes that you would see in a movie, in like one of those comedy movies. But anyway, I had a mate, and he's a fucking dirty bastard, but he had a really bad back injury, and at one point he had a walking stick. And this must have been a long time ago, but for whatever reason, we've walked into a sex shop. And
I don't think you walk in. I think you strut.
yeah, well, anyway, whatever. We've gone in there, and the lady was very attractive and sexual. And I'm kind of just, sticking back, just not, just taking a look around, probably looking at some porn or something. Then my mate's just straight up like, "Oh, what do you think of this?" And he's just looking at all this fucked up shit. And was very talkative, and, most adult store owners are pretty forthcoming. So
Yeah.
she's just like, oh yeah, I fucking use this and I could just kind of hear her and sort of thinking like, oh, maybe I should go over there, eh? And then all I hear is, yeah, you boys would love this.
Oh.
And because we've walked in together and he's come in with a walking stick, she thinks I've broken his fucking back. And I'm like,
Did you feel
serious?
Did you feel real proud? Like, oh yeah, she thinks I did that.
No, I didn't. I was just like
I would take the credit.
Like, hey, we're not together. We prefer you.
Yeah, but you came together.
And anyways, I basically was kind of in the situation, just like, fuck it, who cares what she thinks?
Yeah, that's how it goes. The only time I've really gone in was I needed a gag gift for a mate, and I walked in and there was this young fella.
Do you reckon
in
that's
there.
the only time that pawn shops actually make sales is like for bucks and hens when you're just trying to
Maybe, but
just trying to humiliate someone?
yeah, I knew exactly what I wanted, and I walked in, and I had a look around. I didn't know where to look, like what category it was. Anyway, I had to go up to the counter. I was like, "Oh, do you have any like novelty soaps?" And he's like, "What are you after?" I'm like, "Oh, I need a big black dick soap." And he was just like straight faced, just like, "Oh yeah, I don't think we have any black ones, but we got a few yellow ones up the back here." And fucking took me out the back. He's like, "Oh, there is one." Oh, I fucking got my big black fucking dick soap.
Oh boy. All right, Sam Gunn says, back in Cairns a few years ago, I mowed a lot of lawns for stay-at-home aged care packages. There's a lot of old people stories in this, hey?
Oh yeah, they're loose ass.
One day we showed up to a regular mow to the daughter coming out. Here we go, she's getting better. Let us know her mum, has passed.
Oh shit.
Right, I'm not going to comment until I read all this. And the funeral home was on the way to pick up the body. We said we are happy to skip this visit, but the daughter insisted we still mow, do a little bit of gardening. Anyway, before we even got there, I needed to poop. I don't know why that's funny. We started servicing the place and it was about 5 minutes in and my stomach was cramping real bad. I kept soldiering on about another 10 minutes. Had passed and my cramps got so bad I couldn't hold it in anymore. We had green waste half loaded on the back of the truck and the gear on the lawn, so I wasn't quick to unhook the trailer or pack up and find the nearest toilet. I was panicking and sweating. Grabbed some wet wipes. See, he's been in this situation before. Grabbed some wet wipes and went in between two thick golden canes. Pulled the jacks down and unleashed the demon inside of me. As soon as I started defecating, the funeral home showed up right next to me in the driveway. I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. The guy got out of the car and grabbed some trolley bed and to get the elderly lady who just passed. So I kept doing my business and wiped my ass and came out of the golden canes. They were wheeling her into the van.
Oh my god, what the
Holy
fuck?
fuck, that escalated in so many different ways.
Wow.
He's actually added a picture to show where he was hanging a sturge and where the car pulled up.
Fuck.
Oh my god! Thank you, Sam Gunn, for that.
Thanks,
story.
man. That's a good one. I've shit at a client's house, but I was quick enough to get a tarp and a milk crate to sit on. So
Yeah, I've had to do a couple.
yeah, I didn't have wipes. I had some napkins, so that's good. But I've got wipes all the time now.
I had to do sacrificial undies once.
Did ya?
Well, I had nothing with me.
Wasn't they pissed in shit themselves? Or pissed in their pants while they were taking a shit?
Oh no, that was obviously I won't mention his name, but he was actually on a toilet, and he's just had his dacks around his feet, and he must have had like really bad cramps, so he was like leaning forward.
Oh no.
Heaps, and somehow, like I could only imagine that maybe if he was not feeling well, like his, when you get like sick dick and it gets a bit smaller, and I can only imagine it's kind of gone like into his stomach a little bit, and he's just started pissing while he shitted, and the stream has just gone over the toilet seat into his dacks. He's just pissing all over himself.
Oh, what a double whammy.
Oh, that's fucked.
Oh, fuck.
Crisco. He says mine is a good one.
All right.
I was doing a one-off job for real estate, cutting the back and front garden. I was so busy that I forgot to contact the tenant and the real estate, as he needed to access the backyard. So he just went and got started. She came out after I had a couple of limbs off a big tree, asking who I was and what I was doing. I kindly explained, and she let me get on with it. She was happy it was getting done. But while we were chatting, she was standing on the balcony above me in just a t-shirt and no underwear, and I was looking straight up at her with a big grin.
Oh,
I dare say
Jesus.
she forgot she had nothing on underneath. She was a very good-looking lady as well. Also had another old lady, a MILF, tell me that I do everything that her husband can't and how much of a man I am.
Oh, my God.
Pretty sure she was trying to lure me inside, but I never went back in.
Jeez. Thirsty.
I do have a sneaky box shot story that I remember that I may have said in early episodes, but we're 2 years deep now in the podcast. But I'll never forget, I was working with Tyson and was out with Scuba Steve one day, and we just pulled up at a job, and the house next door was like a meter away. And a lady's just casually walked out, and they had a front porch that was like maybe 1 or 2 meters high, like not a height, like just a casual porch. And she was standing at the top of the stairs, and we were in a car, like there was a fence and everything. But we were just at the perfect level. And I remember we were absolutely thrashed for the day. And we were really beaten down. And all I hear is this, "Oi, fuck, Betty, have a look at this." And the lady was like trying to reach for something up high. So she's on one leg, and the other leg's come out for balance, you know? Like
A ballerina.
Yeah, like a ballerina. And she had nothing on under there. And I couldn't believe it. Like,
Rookie mistake.
I remember I was having a durry, and I looked over at Steve first, and it was like one of those things where, you know, like where someone's daydreaming about like something really fabulous that's happening. and then I've looked over and I'm like, holy moly. And she was very well taken care of down there.
Yeah. I don't really have any stories like that, unfortunately.
I just couldn't believe it was just such a gift.
Yeah.
You know, and it wasn't creepy because we weren't seeking it out. We just happened to look in that direction. So it was fantastic.
Good on you.
I'm
glad you had a good day. Yeah, it's the sort of thing that'll stick with you.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah. And you know it. You can still remember like it was fucking yesterday.
Garrett Vanderland.
Hey.
Used to do a job for a really old lady on a few acres, and one day I was busting for a poo. Oh man, do we have to keep doing these poo stories?
It's what happens, mate.
So I knocked on the door and told her I needed to go to the toilet. She said I could pee behind a tree, and I said no, I need to do a number 2. Okay, then disappeared, returning with a bucket and a roll of toilet paper.
Yeah, boy.
Oh,
I feel like
do you mind if I just dig a hole in the paddock? She said, no problem. Found out later from people that knew her, I was not allowed in the house because I was outside hired help. So I had to stay outside.
Oh, for real?
Wow.
Wow.
So he had to do the whole sturge in the paddock.
Have you ever asked a customer if you can shit in their toilet?
I've never felt comfortable.
I've never asked.
I
just do it.
Look, there might have been one situation, but I've had workers who have done it,
Yeah.
and it just
I've shit
never ends
outside
well.
of their house before.
It just never ends well. Like, I mean, I consider myself like a clean shitter. Like, I can go to the toilet, I can be done in 5 minutes. I don't make a mess. I can just do it and get out. But
Not all
I
of
can
us are like
imagine that the only time that I request to use someone's toilet and just something bad happens.
Yeah. You get one of those toilets. Have you been to some of the, like a hotel where they have like a poo shelf? You take a shit and then you flush and there's just like half a shit still sitting there on a fucking, they have like a shelf.
A what?
A poo shelf.
Like,
Like the way that the toilet is constructed.
What, and you can see it?
No, it's like
all right,
it's
cool.
just a weird. It's just different. You know how
Yeah.
normally like you take a shit and it decides where, like it just has one way to go.
Yes.
Well, a poo shelf, like the porcelain comes out and it's like they're trying to make the toilet cute, but all they've done is created a fucking shelf to fucking hang on to a chip of shit here and there. But I've only ever once, and it's directly across the road from the house that I fucking shit in the crate. And it was this old man. So I knew he was picking up and he was single, old man. He was picking up what I was putting down. I said, mate, I'm not going to make it to a public toilet. Can I borrow yours?
I mean, look, it's an
And
actual
it
thing.
was, yeah, I know. And it's fucked. Like, it was fucked. And it was like, it was fucked.
But the thing is too, like
Lucky hard spray.
I understand it's a natural thing. Everyone goes to the toilet, right? But it's still a private thing.
It's so fucked. Just sitting in there, just trying not to just fucking unleash it all at once.
I'll never forget.
Just trying to slow release.
I'll never forget. It wasn't a work situation, but I think my brother. This was back when we were a bit younger, but my brother had like a bunch of school friends over, and one of the girls was very attractive, and like I just happened to notice she just went to the toilet, rah rah. And next time I walked past, I was like, "Fuck me!" I was like, "Holy fuck! What did this cunt eat? Like something? Did she eat shit and then shit it back out or something?" And I just remember like,
As a kid too, like
no,
just
like I didn't say nothing, right? But I just remember thinking like, "Oh, she must be so embarrassed right now." Because like, if I'm noticing it, everyone else can. I'll tell you another story. I did a job once for a lady. Can't remember what she looked like or anything like that, but we had to go through the unit,
oh fuck!
and she was. I swear I knew where she was,
It's just giving me a new
and the
story.
place reeked
Oh no.
like she was cooking something.
Yeah.
And I fucking leant over to one of my workers and I'm like, "What's this bitch cooking? A pussy or something?" Fucking turned around, she's right in front of me. And I'm just like, "Holy shit." And I didn't know how to cover that up, so I just fucking cruised straight on with the whippersnipper straight to the
Oh,
courtyard.
fuck.
But like, it was just me being a smart ass. And I just got caught, like,
Fucking
red-handed.
busted. We we were looking at rentals, Lou and I, when back in the day when we just had Ellie, and we were going through this one, and people knew we were coming, but there's a chick who'd just gotten out of the shower, and she definitely shaved her pubes, and they were all over. Like there was just a fucking pile of pubes next to a razor on the side of the bathtub, and it was like. Yeah, it was a lot of pubes. It was like someone shaved off half my beard.
Have you seen? It was a post that was going around. I don't know if it was a G-up or if it was for real, but back when Blokes Advice was actually like a cool page.
Yeah.
And I think a plumber or someone's rocked up to a job, and there was just one of those like big stick-on dildos just on the shower.
Oh, fuck.
And like the person knew was coming and everything, so he's taken a photo of it and posted about it, and people were just like, it was like, I think it was like it went viral and there was like proper uproar about it. But like realistically, if you're a female and you were having work done on your bathroom, it's really up to you to remove that.
That sort of thing
If
would
you
be in
don't
the
want-
forefront of your mind, wouldn't it? Like, oh, my big fucking, my big black
glass-
dick that I've got
my
stuck.
glass dildo.
My glass dildo.
The one that sticks to the wall. Sometimes I suck it, sometimes I sit on it.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Sometimes I put my breasts around it.
Jesus.
Okay, Hayley Hepburn. I once dug up a customer's dead rabbit when I was weeding. It was barely buried. Hayley, why did you? That's really rude.
It's so bad.
I worked for a company that sent us out when it was raining. It was me and she's tagged someone, Jess, when she was 15. This guy was screaming and pointing his finger in our faces, asking why we were there. And then in his rant, he drops the F-bomb and then went quiet as you like... He says, "Sorry, shouldn't swear in front of the ladies." Okay, polite king, so glad you remembered your manners. Then she tags someone else. Jenny and I had a mutual customer who would sit on his walker in his boxer shorts. His plums would always poke out the leg holes. Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, fuck.
A few scenarios here. Doing rubbish removal at this place. It was 37 degrees and it was on a rooftop, no shade. There were pet cages with dead birds and cats in them. And many bags of rubbish. I was slipping in maggots. That's so bad, dude.
Fucking hell.
Jenny actually responds and says, I love the man, but definitely am not sad about not seeing his cherries anymore. David says, one of my previous customers had dementia. Turns out the odd smelling dog turds around the side of the house were not from the dog at all. Oh, no.
Actually, one of the ladies at one of our villages has dementia. And she ran out of her house and handed one of the boys, like this new kid who's only just started working there, like a couple of weeks. He's only, fresh as. And she's handed him all these torches. And she's like, I don't know what this filth is doing in my house. Get it out of my house. And he's like, oh, what do you want me to do with them? And she's like, I don't know. They're not mine. She fucking, I don't know if she thought they were fucking sex toys or something.
Yeah.
She's just like, get them out.
I'll never forget bloody A-Town, bloody Harry at the... Is Harry still at the village?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you're missing out.
Oh,
Harry
really?
was the best. He lived straight across the road from the community centre. And he was the one...
Oh, right on the corner.
Is it a corner?
Yeah,
I think it is a corner.
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, I think he's still there.
And he was just wearing
Very
a robe
quiet.
one day, and he was bloody smashing the window, and then bloody... He turned around to Mooney us, but just had his ball bag on the window. That was when Zombie got offended by it and was going to put in a complaint.
Oh.
Me and Rusty are just cracking up. Oh, look at that, Harry's got his balls on the windowsill. But then later on, like, he'd come over and he'd be like, oi. And we're like, hey, Harry, how's it going? And we called him H-Town because, like, he just always looked like he was on wicked drugs.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, have you seen Sarah? And I'm like, who's Sarah? And he's like, oh, it's my girlfriend. And we're like, the first time we were like, nah. He's like, yeah, she said she was moving. And I was like, oh, where's she moving to? He's like, Los Angeles. He was just fucking a tripper.
Was he just like full of shit, or do you reckon he was legit?
Oh, nah, he was a tripper, man. Like, anyway, it got to the point where, like, he would actually be like, oh, like, completely different day. Like, oh, have you seen Sarah? And we're like, yeah, mate, we have. And we just start running with it, eh? And then he's just like, oh, like, do you guys have any drugs? And we're like, well, do you want some heroin? And he's like, oh, nah, I've had that. You know, and he's just full in there, like, and then like he'd even come and he's like, oh, I've been to the doctors. I'm like, oh, yeah, what'd you get? He's like, oh, I got some Valiums.
No.
we used to have the best times ever with him.
Yeah.
Him and Clemmy.
Clemmy.
All right, Lee Brand has some pictures.
Oh,
of
he's got
lots of sex toys and
Yeah.
wigs. Is that your foot on playing?
Yeah, it
with?
is.
Fuck, it is.
Trying to
You're
fucking-
just copping it sweet.
Yeah, I'm hard as a
Under the
rock.
table. Yeah, Lee Brand.
Yeah, he's got some stuff. Lee's not that far away, mate. I hope you saved that. I might come and borrow some of those wigs.
Chris says he got to a regular's place. The usual gate I go through was left open. So I ring customer and he told me to go through the side gate, get through with some tools, bathroom window wide open, his wife completely naked on the shitter. Seen it all, she was mortified. I said, I'm sorry. Tony told me to use the side gate. I can't believe he's talking to her.
Was she just shitting?
Safe to say, Tony got near full when he got home from work, I'd imagine. Oh my goodness.
I think that's one occasion where you would not be like, whoa, this is cool. Like seeing someone, especially could you imagine
if it
walking?
didn't smell, it'd be sweet.
Could you imagine walking past and seeing me just naked on the toilet, just having a shit?
Yeah, but if it was a woman,
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I'm not saying that I like that sort of stuff. I think if I saw it, I'd be like, fuck, and I'd just leave the situation.
I mean,
would never
that's
be
a
like-
story that I'm just like so thankful for. But
there's no way I could be like, acknowledge it and then be like, well, your husband told me to come through this gate, so I'm, apologize, rah, rah, rah. She would be in this situation like, oh my God, fuck off.
no, but I would probably be like, I'm so sorry, Tony told me to come this way. And then I'd just run out. I'd be like, yeah, fucking call me when you're finished.
Yeah, I don't know that I can sit there in that situation and talk about it. I think it would be more comfortable if I just moved on. And
I'd
then
bring
explain
Tony
to
back.
myself later on.
Be like, fucking Tony.
And Tony, you bloody dog. You set us up, didn't you?
You fucking put me in a minefield, mate.
James says, did a quote for a lady, got told my daughter will sort out payment. She went out back, went through door back to get told, how do you want it? I'm a fan of doggy, but enjoy looking into the eyes of who's effing me.
What?
Another time walked into a backyard to snip and back main bedroom curtains were open and a lady on bed with a guy going at it. Wow. That's two, like, just wild
That's
scenarios.
heavy.
So I never wrote back to this, but I would like to know how he took payment.
Yeah, me too.
So is he saying that the lady got...
Offered up her daughter?
Yeah, that's not cool, man.
No, that's not cool. I mean,
it's, you know.
yeah, it's just another fucking Pornhub story, let's be honest.
Yeah. Like, no, I'm not saying anything else.
You've said enough.
But yeah, we've all seen those videos of, like, you know, like the high-rise buildings.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're staying in...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah. I mean, even at the...
but you can't trust... Like, cameras these days have just such great zoom. You can't...
But you know what? Like, when I'm in a hotel, I don't fucking care. I don't know who's across from me. I mean...
Yeah, but it's your missus that you got to, you know...
Yeah, no. I'm not down for that. Like, if anyone's got a fucking camera good enough to zoom in on my fucking...
See, with social media these
little
days,
rocket.
with social media these, like, say, you know, 10, 20 years ago,
Yeah.
it would be like, wow, okay, that person's seen it. That's all that can actually happen. Now...
Remember
like,
schoolies?
I didn't really go to schoolies.
Oh,
I mean,
didn't
I
you?
did, but I wasn't... I got expelled.
Yeah, I went to a few schools myself. But, yeah, schoolies, like, there just used to be tits out everywhere. But there was no camera phones. So... Like, for mine anyway, there was no camera phones.
But see, you couldn't... Well, actually, schoolies are 18 now, hey?
Yeah.
But see, back then,
not
when they
all
were
of them.
17, it's like...
I was 18. Because I
No, I
did
know,
fucking school 26
that's
times.
fine. Oh, mate, anything up to the age of 24 is sweet. But I'm just talking now as an older 38-year-old man. Like, if you were on social media and you saw a bunch of, like, underage...
Oh, yeah, no,
it's
it's
like
not
you
cool.
can-
Like,
it's
this
not
is
like-
when I was at schoolies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Even when I was at the Novotel in Surfers, I was in there and Lou and I were sitting out on the balcony just having a drink and look out and some chick just getting changed. I was like, oh, look, titties.
Well, I was fucking driving in Logan,
Oh.
just back from Express Metal, and the chick next to me was driving the car, getting fully changed. And she had just gotten her bra on by the time I'd noticed.
What the fuck?
But she was just fully getting changed.
Wow.
And she was beautiful too. Anyways,
Mad skills.
Rich, one of my most interesting inquiries I've had, I was asking if she can send me photos of her yard so I can give her an approximate quote. Then she sent, accidentally, a photo of herself.
Laying.
It's BS, of course. She wants a favour for a favour. Now, I've got the photo here. Oh. The photo's in the thread.
What do you...
She's got a photo of her yard, then she's got a photo of herself.
Would you just be like, yeah, what did this get me? That'll give you fucking, one mow, no snip.
I was going to say the snip, no mow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, backwards.
All right. Phil says, got asked to stop mowing for an hour as client's husband was dying.
Damn.
Stopped mowing and did some weeding. What the hell are you thinking, Phil?
Get out.
You just leave.
Get out, Phil.
While waiting for an ambulance, as soon as they'd left, she came back out and said, you're good to go. Wow.
Whoa.
Well, it didn't say he died. Like, he just got taken away in an ambulance.
I have rocked up to a job.
Wait a second, he's dead.
Oh, he's got more.
Second, no, it's a different post, but same dude. Found a naked guy sitting in a black plastic bag. As I rounded the corner behind a house, he said he was trying to get his vitamin D up.
Oh my God. Be careful. He might have tried to give you his vitamin D.
Oh my
I have been to a house the morning of someone passing, and it was fucked because I didn't know them personally, but they were friends of my mother and father-in-law. So I went to do their hedges and stuff, rocked up, doorbell, and it was the daughter who was like 18 came to the door and had to tell me, and I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm fucking out of here.
Yeah.
I've never even. They said I could do it, and I was like, no, you guys need your privacy. I'm fucking gone.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be down in that situation.
Yeah,
like, it's just too. I mean, they're probably, like some people are probably in shock and like, fuck, I guess it doesn't matter to me if you mow right now, but it's like, let's just do this. Yeah, figure things out.
Yeah. Come back another day.
Paul Ellis says, I went to a place to mow and do some weeding and spray the paths. I walked down the side of the house, big open window, no blinds, lights on, big bed, could see the silhouette of a couple, bodies under some big old white sheets moving. I'm thinking, lucky them, good way to spend a Wednesday arvo. How's that?
Yeah.
That's a love story.
Oh, it's nice.
Then separate paragraph, the client's housemate was there. Small build, well-groomed Asian appearance, came out in broken English and says, so sorry, yesterday we make video. I didn't understand it at first. And he points to his phone. Show. Yup, I was stupid enough to look, thinking he's using Google Translate or something. Nope, they were filming last night's encounter that I stumbled on. He actually, there's quite a fair bit to read through actually that goes on, but I think we all get the gist of what's going on here.
That's mad.
Well done, mate. Good on you.
I want some more stories.
The things you find roadsides, and this is roadside, and it looks to be a purple dildo.
Nice.
Do you think women...
I don't think they're women's. I think, yeah.
What?
I think they're dudes.
No way.
Truckies, maybe.
Oh,
just
man.
like tossing them out the window.
Like that fucking cockhead truckie that tried to get me.
Yeah, that's probably why I was so mad. He was fucking coming and he fucking dropped his dildo out the window.
He was trying to deep throat his dildo out.
He was in...
Or just kissing it. I can't do it with that noise.
Shush.
No, I was going to say, do you think, like, with all the colours, do you think they're like, oh, I can't do it with a green one?
That's actually really... Maybe we should do another poll on it.
No, let's not. Mark says, about 15 years ago, when I had an offsider, we were doing a small paving job. My offsider was on all fours doing the job, and I was standing there when around the corner comes a big golden Labrador. He already had his lipstick out. When he saw the position my mate was in, he just mounted him.
Oh,
and was going hell for full leather. My mate was yelling, get him off me, but I couldn't do the thing because I was pissing myself laughing.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
That would have been gold.
I'll never forget the days. Like, I don't get to see it anymore, but when I was a contractor, when I lived at my other house, I used to pull in to the paddock, and I've got a chocolate Labrador, and he's just such an awesome dog, and he'd always get real stoked when I come home. And he's just sitting like a real good boy, like just real stout, just with his little lipstick, just waving around. He's like, Daddy's home.
Oh,
shit. That was the fucking best thing ever.
Fucking childhood memory. I got raped by a Rottweiler.
Oh.
I was fucking terrifying, man. So my mum had this questionable boyfriend that lived out in the middle of nowhere, and he had a hot daughter, and she was about my age. But I was only young, so...
One of those pornos again?
Yeah, one of those pornos again. So I was really young. Probably...
Seduces step bro.
I think I was maybe like 7. Like, okay. That's how crazy it's burnt into my head. So
I thought you were older.
No.
Oh, I'm going to take back what I said.
Yeah. Anyway, I fucking went outside because, we were in the middle of the fucking bush. I'll go and have a bit of an explore. Anyway, this dog busted off its chain, and I was like, I'm going to get fucking eaten. Nah, this dog just wanted to fuck me. And it had me on the ground, just fucking, and I was just like, ah! And they had all these cliffs everywhere. I literally was hanging off the side of this rock with it like at the bottom, just wagging its little stump tail. And I was just screaming. I probably had fucking, he probably fucking Spider-Man'd me.
A comment here from Jared, Mr. Admin, knocked on the door of an elderly client and she answered the door completely naked. Nothing sexual, just answer the door naked.
Nice.
So, what do you do in that situation, eh?
You take it in. You take in what's happening.
He also reckons he was doing job planting a tree, and the lady comes out and says, "Oh, that's where I bury my cats."
Fuck.
How many cats do you need to bury in your lifetime, man?
Yeah, that's true.
Grant Little, about 10 years back, I had a young guy helping me at an old Ducks place. She'd be in her late 80s and she had a habit of standing on her balcony in her unbuttoned 90, that word is supposed to be, requesting things. I knew never to look up. The poor young fella got an eyeful.
Oh, my eyes.
What is it with these? Do you reckon that women just kind of get to the point where they're like, nah, fuck this?
Yeah. I mean, I know that I will eventually.
So, hang on a minute. You scroll down a little further, and Grant Little has a video of himself skinny dipping in a client's pool.
No way.
Almost seen it. He covers himself.
Oh, really?
Good on you, Grant.
Yeah, fucking
I've done
get
it
it.
a few times, but I probably wouldn't do it now.
Probably wouldn't video it.
Rube says, I used to do a bi-weekly rubbish pickup. He's been watching too much YouTube. I was forever picking up needles.
Ew, fuck that. Yeah, that's.
I wouldn't even do it.
Nah, I'd bail.
Picked up a pair of pink ladies' tradie undies. Right under them was a used condom.
Actually, there was a G-banger at the footy club last time we went. I mowed over it.
Yeah, so
I wasn't picking it up.
I've mowed over a lady's undies before.
Yeah.
And the worst part was that they didn't break properly, so I had to go and get them out. So not only was I already nervous that I mowed up the undies, but like then I had to like cut them off the mower blades.
That's where catching helps.
Oh man. So I actually had a situation once, no word of a lie. I was way younger, like probably only 17. And I used to mow this young family's place, just a little courtyard. And I just was in there, you know, working and just chatting to the lady. And like, I didn't even notice at all. But the husband came out like really pissed off. And he was just acting weird. And like, I was just like, he was within earshot of everything that we were talking. Like, he wasn't far away, but he kind of just was inside, then came out. It was just acting weird as. And there was like a whole, you know, one of those like laundry stands just full of G-bangers. And I hadn't even acknowledged them at all, but like all the colours of the rainbow. And he come out and just started grabbing them all off. And it was just weird. I was like, man, I wasn't looking at them.
Yeah.
Like I was looking at her face the whole time when I was talking. They were over here.
Yeah.
But he got like really pissed off, eh?
Insecure.
Anyway, last comment. Cody found this random piece of money-making property down the side of a house. What is this? It's a photo. It's just a box and it says Scott's meth lab kit.
Is there anything in the box?
Nothing in the box. So he's all out of
Scott's
meth.
on the cook.
Anyways, we're actually running really late. I'm supposed to be going out to dinner. It's actually dark outside.
Yeah, what the fuck's going on?
So that was a fun episode.
That was a fun episode.
Hopefully everybody enjoyed it. Obviously, it's still semi-related to the industry.
Hopefully we don't get cancelled.
But we have a really cool topic coming next week. We're actually going to be talking about... Now, there's a bit of controversy around this.
Oh, fuck.
I believe Luke Smith might have the same podcast coming out.
Oh, shit.
Funny enough, I had thought of the topic and... I mean, we're always thinking of topics.
Yeah.
But he posted about it and I commented. I was like, whoa, we were totally going to do this on the Skull Sessions. But I think it'd be beneficial to listen to both.
Yep.
And the topic is BJ and I are going to share how we would start a fresh mowing business with 3 different scenarios in place, starting with $5,000, $15,000, and then $50,000. Now these figures might change a little bit, but we're going to share what we would do with that money to kickstart a business, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And, you know, for anyone out there who's either looking to restructure or even start, or even realistically, if you started, you thought, fucked up there, I should have done that. It might just add some insight. Some of the things that we have learnt along the way, you could still apply to your business. So keep an eye out. Hopefully we'll have that out in a week.
Yeah,
We'll
maybe.
see.
If you haven't listened to it yet, jump over onto Aussie Lawn Stars as well. I know I just said earlier at the start of the podcast, I don't plug other people's podcasts that often, but I was on Gaz's podcast and we had a good chat. It was fucking good one.
Go
Eh?
Gaz. I think I'm going to be on there soon, actually.
Oh, yeah?
We're just trying to find a time.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
see.
been fucked. Didn't Luke want a gangbang or something? And we just
Yeah, I think he ended up doing one with Gary.
Yeah.
But, you know, with the cooler weather approaching, things should loosen up a little bit.
Yeah,
We'll see how we go.
hopefully.
All right, guys. Until then, I'm at Catch Pro. He's at TBL. Thanks for joining us today and hope you had a bit of a laugh.
Well, yeah,
Catch you later.
peace.